Good morning, everybody. Welcome to 1 Million Cups. So glad to have everybody and happy Wednesday. We've got a great presenter today. She's actually one of our very own. We have Ginger with GMAC Consulting and Training that is coming to talk to us a little bit about her business. So you guys, I hope you've had an opportunity to get yourself a cup of coffee, sit back and enjoy. Ginger, it's all yours.
Thank you, Lori. Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us today for 1 Million Cups. I am super excited to be here today to share with you a little bit more about my business. But before I get started, I want to give a special thank you to the FTCC 1 Million Cups organizers for allowing me the opportunity to present today. Thank you for your flexibility and working with my schedule. And I also want to give a special thank you to the FTCC Small Business Center for all of their help and guidance in helping me to grow my business. I'm really impressed with the results that we've received and the progress that we've made. So thank you, guys. Welcome, everyone. My name is Ginger McLymore, and I am the founder and president of GMAC Consulting and Training, where we are gearing your business for success. I am a business coach, business consultant, trainer, writer, small business mechanic, wife, mother of 4 school-age children, sports coach, team mom, volunteer. I'm all that and then some. And I'm an entrepreneur. So why did I start this business? I started my business because I saw the struggles that a lot of small business owners had trying to manage their day-to-day operations. And I believe that small business owners deserve a better business. I don't want them to let the gunk of small business management clog their gears of profitability. I want them maximizing their operations, and I want them to get their business in top gear and running at peak performance. So I'm a small business mechanic specializing in turning business clunkers into high performance enterprises. Now, most people start their own small business because they have a passion to do something that they're really good at. They want to be their own boss, or they love the flexibility of being able to create their own schedules. And for most of them, they have little to no startup money. But what ends up happening is they start their own business, and because of all of the moving parts, they get stuck and they lose hope and they lose their motivation. And the very thing that they used to love, they now start to hate, and they become frustrated and overwhelmed, and they're wondering what they should have done or what they need to do next. So they're losing sleep and they're missing deadlines and appointments. And they're wondering if their business will be able to survive at the rate that they're going. Not only that, they're wondering if they will be able to survive at the rate that they're going. So we're going to be targeting small business owners who start to realize that their business performance is suffering. And just because their business is operational and making money does not mean that their business is profitable or successful. We'll be targeting those businesses who've been in business 6 months to 3 years. And our niche market is solopreneurs and mothers. Now, as a business owner and a mother myself, my survival depends on my organization. So I've learned many time hacks to help me juggle all my responsibilities and to keep up with my family's activities. So why do they need our services? Well, according to data from the Bureau of Labor Statistics, approximately 20% of small businesses fail within the first year. By the end of the second year, 30% of businesses will have failed. At the end of the 5th year, about half will have failed. And by the end of the decade, only about 30% of businesses will remain. So that's a 70% failure rate. And most business owners don't even realize that their business is suffering until it's too late. So not having the proper systems in place contributes to these small business failures. So the odds are definitely not in their favor. And because we have a passion to help small business owners to get to the better business that they deserve, we'll do this through the solutions that we provide. The business coaching. This is for our clients who may need us to hold them accountable. They may need us to hold their hand or walk them through the steps that they need to take. Sometimes we may even have to do things for them just to get their business progressing. Business consulting is typically for businesses that have been operating at least a year. They may already have systems and processes in place. We'll just go in and do an evaluation of their current operations and create a strategic plan to get them operating more efficiently. And our writing services consist of content writing and blog writing. And we're hoping to add grant writing to our list of writing services by the end of the year as well, since that one is requested a lot. Digital media maintenance will help to increase their brand's online presence by posting to their website, their online business listing, and their social media platforms frequently and consistently. And the training and workshops are opportunities for small business owners to learn more about how they can get their business operating more efficiently. Two of the training and workshops that we offer are how to price your product or service. This is going to answer those questions related to the pricing, if the prices are competitive, and if the prices are profitable, and if the business will be able to survive. In this webinar, we'll discuss pricing models and pricing strategies and math that makes money. Because believe it or not, there are some math formulas that can help your business make money. It's all about knowing what those formulas are and how to use them to your advantage. And the other one is optimize your most precious resource. Time is money. Now, we only get 168 hours in a week. So you need to attend this webinar to learn how to manage your time and projects more efficiently. Now, business owners who don't plan or who don't have a productive system in place, they're the ones who's losing sleep at night. They're missing deadlines and appointments. They may have scheduling conflicts. They could be double booking clients. And if they're product-based, they may not have enough inventory to keep up with the demands of their customers. So in this webinar, we'll discuss time management skills, and we'll talk about some project management software programs that are available to them to use. One that I really love, I use it for my personal, for work, and for my business, and it has really helped me stay on track and keep up with my due dates and deadlines, is Trello. So we'll also work with Trello, and I'll show you how you can use it immediately to get your business organized through their free version. On June the 9th at 6:30 p.m., I will be presenting how to price your product or service. And on June the 23rd at 6:30 p.m., I will be presenting optimize your most precious resource. Time is money. And because the training and workshop services are fairly new, I'll be presenting these for the FTCC Small Business Center for free. And I plan to do a couple more freebies for Alpha Academy and the Chambers just to get a little bit more experience, to get my name out there, and to get feedback from the community to see what other topics I'll be able to present to help small business owners. So you can pre-register for both of those webinars through FTCC's link that's displayed on the screen or by visiting my website. So please go ahead and pre-register. You definitely don't want to miss out. So what makes me so much better than my competitors? Well, I'm the current senior secretary for the FTCC Small Business Center, where I manage the day-to-day operations. And I've been working with small business owners in the local community for over 3 years. In just the last fiscal year alone, the SBC has helped 26 businesses start up, helped create 100 jobs, and helped retain 171 positions that were at risk of ending. And this was mostly in the midst of a pandemic. So we've been busy, busy, busy. And although I just started my business in August of last year, I have been providing the consulting and digital media maintenance services for over 3 years as a side hustle. So I'm no newbie to this. I am approachable, easy to have a good relationship with, and straightforward. I just like to tell it like it is. I have a strong attention to detail. It seems like errors and mistakes, they just jump out at me, and I can see things that others can't. I have analytical and problem-solving skills. So I understand that every business is different, and what works for one may not work for another. But we meet with these small business owners, and we meet them where they're at, and we help them reach their goals, and that is based on their definition of success for their business. And I have successfully started my own business. Now I have a passion to help others, and I love the opportunity to work with small business owners and share the skills and knowledge that I have. And it brings me great joy to see them fall in love with their business again and give them hope that their business can be successful. So in a nutshell, I help small business owners get control over their business and their lives and maximize their results. So here are a few ways that you can stay connected with us. You can contact us through our website at www.gmatconsulting2020.com. You can give us a call at 910-491-9573, or you can email us at gmatconsulting2020@gmail.com. You can also follow us on social media. Right now, we are on Facebook and LinkedIn. And now it is your turn for questions and feedback. So do we have any?
I turn my mic on. Yeah, I've got a question. How soon do you think you'll have your grant writing services available?
Hopefully by the end of the year, but it's still a work in progress.
Because you did reference that. That is probably one of the most requested services that I'm hearing today is all about grant writing opportunities. And there seems to be a huge need for it. And not only in the business level, but nonprofits and even local governments are looking for grant writing and grant writing opportunities. So whenever you can bring that on, that's going to be a bonus for you. And I mean, a huge bonus.
Yes.
So Ginger, do you currently have clients, or is this just a startup?
So I currently have clients that I'm working with. I have a few who are repeat clients who I service monthly. And I have a couple of potential clients that I'm in the process of converting over to clients.
Okay. So when you say small business, how small?
Probably no larger than a team of maybe 1 to 5 employees.
And so,
but I'm really focusing on those solopreneurs, those who start their own small business and they're trying to do everything by themselves because they're the ones who need the most help.
Right. And so, I mean, you didn't mention like a fee structure. So what is your fees?
Well, I have, right now I have 2 different packages. One is the GMAC Business Tune-Up, and that one starts at $99. And then I have the GMAC Business Overhaul, and that one starts at $250. The Tune-Up is probably going to be for those businesses that are already established. They just need me to go in and, fine tune some things. But the Overhaul is going to be for those who really need they need everything done. And it's probably going to be start from scratch and build till we can get them to where they just need tune-ups.
And so how do your customers find you? How do they know about you?
Right now, it's just word of mouth. When I first started, it was just people who knew me and what I could do. But as the requests started coming in, I thought, well, maybe this would be a good idea for a business. And then I just started my social media accounts. So the LinkedIn, I just started last month, and Facebook was actually the beginning of this month. So I'm just really getting out there on social media to start advertising and marketing my business.
Good morning, Ms. McLymore. This is Dr. Fair. Thanks for presentation. It's always good to see that you're affiliated with FTCC. I didn't know, I'm new, so I don't know anything about how that works. But anyway, a couple of things you went through or you pointed out. I just want to highlight one. I want to piggyback off of Jesse's idea for grant writing.
Okay.
As it relates to your competitive advantage. In the list that you have for your competitive advantages, it's great. It's very personable. But if you're really going to compete with, the other individuals who are offering services such as yours, we got to strengthen that. You got to make it stronger. And Mr. Jesse's idea is a great idea. When you offer grant writing service, that in and of itself says, hey, there's some additional funding here. Let's find it. And there are a number of ways, to tap into that. Reaching for end of year, that seems a little long. Granted, there are so many different avenues to take to get that off the ground immediately. I would suggest searching that out, as opposed to waiting, 6 months to, the end of the year to get it done. That's huge, and it's going to strengthen or give you that competitive advantage. My other area of concern is, in regards to why businesses fail, and the key reason is because they don't plan. But in your presentation, I didn't hear that you offer review of their business plan. Now, when you mention business plans, people run. They don't want to do them because they're so lengthy. They don't have to be lengthy. Key components need to be there, but I think in order to, bolster your competitive advantage, offer that, hey, listen, I'll take a look at your business plan, and including your marketing and everything else involved, and we'll figure this thing out. But not having that as a competitive advantage, I think you might be selling yourself short. So I would really consider pushing that portion of it. Just those two things, the grant writing and the business plans, really strengthening that, pushing that to your clients. And I think you'll see more come your way. I really appreciate the opportunity to provide feedback, though. I really do.
Thank you. And that will be included in the process and the evaluation that I'll do, because mainly once they contact me, we'll do like a 30-minute discovery call just so I can get a little bit more information about the business. But then the next step, that initial appointment, is going to be like 3 to 4 hours of me really getting to know their business and getting to learn their operations. And then depending on where they're at, we'll create that strategic plan, and based off of their idea or their definition of success for their business, then we'll work towards that goal. But all of that will be included in depending on where they're at. So I guess I will market that a little bit more, but thank you.
Awesome.
Hey, how are you, Miss Ginger?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing okay. Thanks for asking. I have a question. Do you partnership with anyone to like drive business to you?
Do I partner with anyone to do what? I'm sorry, I didn't catch that.
To drive business to your
To drive business?
Yeah.
No, not yet.
Okay. One of the things I was thinking about, you might use that. I know certain banks, such as lending agencies such as Self-Help, require their people that they're lending money to go through a checklist. So it might be something good that you could potentially look at to partner with other organizations that offer some of the benefits. Like one that would be a lending side that could actually help you grow your clients. But great presentation. I like the energy that you had.
Thank you.
So Ginger, what about testimonials from your current clients? So I'm looking at your website. Do you have any plans to include some testimonials from your current clients?
Yes, I'm hoping to get some and have them posted to the website by the end of the month. So yeah, they're coming. Okay,
perfect. And Don also has a question. We talked a little bit about your revenue streams or your cost structures. He wants to know, is that $99 a month for the tune-up and $250 a month, or is that a one-time fee?
So with the overhaul, that would be a one-time fee. And then with the hopes of doing a monthly service, the tune-up is going to be a monthly service. So that would look at a time range of maybe 1 to 3 months, maybe not needing a lot of work, but it could extend out to 6 months. The overhaul at the minimum would be 6 months, but that would be just to get started. But again, it's all going to depend on where they're at. So that's just a starting price, but depending on how much work they need, it could go up. It could go up some hundreds.
So Ginger, do you consider your specialty to be more toward new businesses starting or existing businesses?
It's going to be existing businesses. So they'll have to have at least been in business 6 months.
So I've heard some things that you've mentioned, but do you have a specific plan of how you're going to reach these businesses, how you're going to find them, let them know you're out there, how the great things you can do for them?
I'm going to do research and get a list of businesses that actually started at least 6 months ago, who've been in business probably at least 6 to 2 years, just to do the research to get those businesses. But a lot of the potential clients are coming just from word of mouth and people who know me and know what I can offer.
I do have a suggestion. So my dad is a part of a business networking chapter here in Fayetteville, and I was able to attend one of their meetings recently because he wasn't able to attend. But it's a great opportunity to network with other business owners. And so, like you said, the word of mouth, but then you can meet new people within the community, and there's a lot of different businesses that are there. So my dad, he does commercial real estate. There was a lady who does voices for birthday parties and calls and stuff. So it's a different type of networking chapter where you can be in contact with other businesses. And a lot of them are new, some of them are existing. And so that might be helpful to get business from them, and as well as being referred to other businesses as well.
Okay.
So I will
thank you.
provide that information in the chat for you.
Thank you. Thank you. And I'm looking forward to joining some business networking groups so I can meet with other entrepreneurs, and we can refer clients to each other, different things like that.
Have you had an opportunity to attend the Chamber's Small Business Breakfast?
I have not, but that's on the list.
The only thing I would want to caution you about, I like the fact that you're willing to be very honest with your clients about what they need, because they don't need fluff. They need things that are going to help them grow, succeed, that kind of thing. And that's the last thing that they're paying you for, is just fluff. But at the same time, you need to make sure that you say it in such a way that's going to be receptive, because sometimes some people take the tell it like it is very nicely. I'm that kind of person that I just want you to tell me the way it is and stop with all the fluff. But some people need you to be a little gentle with the way you say it. So just be aware that you could have different kinds of clients, some that will want the plain speaking, you get right to the point, and some that need a little polish with that to make it go down smoother.
And I will do that. When I refer to just telling it like it is, I'm just going to be straight up with them, honesty and transparent. So there will be no guesswork there. They'll know exactly what's going on, what we're doing, and how we're helping them.
I'm just curious, have you had a client yet who's been a little resistant to your suggestions?
I have not.
But it's always a good idea to have a thought that through in your head about, if they resist, how do I convince them of this is really what they need to do? So make sure you play those thoughts out in your head of, if they do resist, how do you explain it? How do you convince them? How do you get them on board and not just have them dismiss you?
Okay, thank you.
So Ginger, we also have a question in the chat from Amy. She says, a great presentation, and I can definitely attest to that. Have you identified your minimum hourly rate that you need to charge so that your company is profitable? So I think she's asking, is there what is your hourly rate, or are you just going to do one flat fee?
I have figured out my hourly rate, and that has been figured into the flat fee. And that's why my prices they start at a price and they could go up, because that's going to, again, depend on what they need and how much work or how much time is I'm going to need to help them.
And did you remember to pay yourself?
Not yet. I remember to, but I haven't yet. So right now I'm in the building the business phase.
Hey, Ginger, I want to add something to what Cindy said earlier. One of the greatest marketing strategies that you have, or any small business has, whether they're small, medium, or even large, is testimonials from your clients, and to use them and market them very, very well. And that's something that we've done here at the campus, that we have student testimonials during our radio advertisements, and it really, really adds a lot of value to your business when you can promote those testimonials. So I offer that as well to you as a strategy for your marketing.
Absolutely. Thank you.
One of the things I would suggest is that you start networking with groups that have people who may want to start their own business or who may need to. For example, we've had students before in Lori's class where they may have some prior things in their history where working for someone else may not be the ideal situation, that they often choose to either start their own business because they want to, or they just have challenges they've had to overcome and they start out on their own because they have skills and they don't have to fill out job applications that require you to reveal certain things, et cetera, et cetera. If you start networking with certain organizations where you could find people who want to start a business that could allow you to network them and they could contact you in the future. I'm thinking of, women's shelters to people who have a past prison record, different groups that may be struggling today, but that might be their future. And if you meet them and get your name out and they know what you do now, that when it comes time, they know who to call to help them either get started or as they've gotten started and are continuing on. But it's a good way to get your name out to finding potential groups where starting a business makes sense for them.
Okay, thank you.
Do we have any more questions, comments?
Yeah, can I add one more thing, Lori?
Sure.
I did business consulting for about 3 years, larger companies than what you're talking about. I tried to get startup companies and companies that were around 6 months like you did. And I found myself spinning my wheels a lot. And they're not willing, when you got a company struggling, it's pretty tough for them to shell out even $99 and give it to you. And I think that $99 thing looks like you need volume, and it's going to take a lot to get a lot of people on board to make your business run on its own. I took existing companies that were, doing those things that you write a business plan up for. Existing companies, they were stretching out to meet a different target audience, or they were offering a new service. And it was a little bit more long-term, and they had the money to actually pay me to do the job. So typically these jobs will last anywhere from 6 to 9 months, not always full-time, but it stretched out so I could work on several jobs at one time. And that proved to be the most lucrative avenue. And I didn't have to do a lot of marketing myself to get there because I only had so many jobs I had to pick up. So I think, it's just my feeling is that you're going to have to find a way, certainly networking, testimonials, some of the things that have been suggested already are going to be of extreme importance to you because you're going to have to rely on volume. And until you get the trust or those $250 packages for more established firms, until you start picking those up, it's going to be a struggle. You're going to have to sell yourself. You do a good job of it, but you're going to have to do a lot of it, I'm afraid. And I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for that feedback.
Oh, hey, Ginger.
Yes.
Another comment. Hey, who's your competitors?
My competitors would be other consulting companies who have already been in business much longer than I have. that's one of my biggest competitors.
And with that said, what unique opportunities do you bring to the table that they don't bring to the table?
Well, even though I haven't been in business, well, legally or officially registered with the state, I do have a lot of experience with working with the small businesses. But the organization, I've had that since I was little. The thought process, I've had that for a long time. And as I said earlier, there's just certain things that I can see that other people don't see. I can literally watch how someone is operating, and my brain will already start coming up with ideas and ways to make it better and more efficient.
So Ginger, let me circle back and give you the one niche that you could provide in your services. And I touched on it earlier, and that is grant writing. That could really set you apart from your competitors. And if you were to even build on grant writing opportunities, those businesses would use you for grant writing and probably use your other services as well. So I offer that as well to you, because like Cindy said, I mean, the greatest asset of any startup or small business is networking. But you got to have that product. You got to have something there that your competition doesn't have to draw them and to make you stand separate from your competition. So I offer all those great ideas to you.
And
Thank you.
I just wanted to piggyback off of Jesse. My name's Laura, and by the way, that was a great presentation. You did an awesome job. My husband is a business owner, and it's funny that Jesse talks about that, because just maybe last week he was telling me that, talking about the need for grant writing, and he's currently looking someone that can help his business in that process, because there's so many financial opportunities available that no one knows about with grants. And he has just, figured out in several different meetings what is available that's just unclaimed. It's almost like scholarships and things like that. So I definitely agree with Jesse on the grant writing.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I have to say, Ginger, I agree as well. We also have a comment or a question from Don in the chat. He wants to expand on Ken's suggestion. Start looking for companies that are already advertising, so you know they have a budget. They all need social media help, and you can always find something to help them with.
Okay. Thank you, Don.
And Ginger, I don't really see anything about grant writing on your website.
Because it's not available yet.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to start the grant writing services by the end of the year, but it's not ready yet.
Okay. So maybe you could mention that service was coming soon.
Okay. I'll update that.
You mentioned you were doing 2 free, I guess there are webinars coming up for the SBC.
Yes. Yes.
Just be careful about giving away your service for free. I like people who go out in the community and give little presentations. I like it when people want to help others, but you got to be careful not to give away the farm, because you give away the farm, I don't need you, because you've already taught me whatever it is I needed for free. So just make sure that your presentations are giving them like a taste of what you can do, and some tidbits or some very narrow focus on some things, but don't do a lot of where you tell them everything you would tell them to be paid, but instead of being paid, you're doing it for free. So you got to find that fine line of giving them, enticing them, giving them the taste versus giving away for free. I don't know if you remember, we had a past presenter who wrote a book and he always wanted to give away his books. And we said, if you give away your books, why would they buy it? Because you're giving it away for free. So you just got to be careful that your presentations give a taste, give a nibble, attract somebody in, but don't give away your farm.
Okay.
Make
Thank
the
you.
presentation so that they want to hear more. They want to hear more. So you can use the presentation to actually bring them in. And Don also said, use your $99 as a foot in the door price, and then get to 20 customers at $4.95 a month. That's $100K a year. Go get them, Ginger.
Okay. And that's the plan. Thank you, Don.
Any more questions? Well, if not, I'll take the last question, Ginger. What can this community do for you? How can we help?
Well, to start, like and follow me on social media, and just refer anyone to me who may be needing my services. And also, if you can think of any webinar topics that might help small business owners that other presenters just aren't presenting, I'll be glad to look at those. And I know we have a lot of instructors in the room. So if you could kind of just give me a little bit of feedback on how I presented today, if I sound like someone who you can learn from, if I'm engaging enough. I know I did more of a presentation, so it wasn't a lot of back and forth, but just give me a little feedback on how I did.
Well, I would like to give you a little feedback. So,
Okay.
Every Wednesday we meet, or most Wednesdays, and we've had many different presenters. And Ginger, you did a fabulous job. Fabulous job.
Thank you.
It was engaging, interesting, and I loved your enthusiasm. So, fantastic job.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'll agree with Lori, but I do want to add, I know a little bit softer side of you. So you came across very businesslike, but you might just want to soften that just a smidgen, because you're very personable. As you said, you're very approachable, but for some people, they need a little softer approach. Just, smile,
Okay.
happy, like what you do, show this that you love what you do. But yes, you're very positive. You're very, you came across as authoritative, but as well as I do, there are some people you can scare away. So just got to remember that the nice side of you that I know is there, because I've met her several times, comes across as well. Because they want to be able to.
Thank you.
Yeah, they want to definitely be able to approach you.
Absolutely.
Ginger, good presentation. I agree with both Lori and Cindy. You want to show your passion about your company. I mean, what it really means to you. And that's in that delivery piece of how you sell yourself and the topic that you're trying to deliver. Yeah, you want to be a little stern in your topic, but you also got to be soft, because you're looking at a broad market under that scope of who you're trying to reach. But other than that, that's what I tell everybody. I said, your number one delivery is show your passion. And it's in your voice, it's in your tone, it's in your delivery. So I offer all of that to you.
Thank you.
Again, Ginger, thank you so much for coming today. It was a pleasure having you. I wish you the best. We will be in touch. You guys, for the audience, I appreciate you guys coming. I hope to see you guys. We won't meet next week, but we do have a presenter for June the 2nd. We have Dominique with Clever Education Solutions. Really looking forward to that. I hope you guys can come back and join us. I hope you have a fantastic Wednesday, and we'll see you in 2 weeks. Have a great day.
And just as a reminder, remember in the summertime, we do meet every other week.
Every other week.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Ginger.
Hey, Ginger, this is Miss Gillis. Will you text me your contact information, please?
I sure will.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Ginger, can I forward your information to my dad about the BNI group?
Absolutely. Thank you.
And I sent you an email. And so I think it'll be a great way of networking because I see how their businesses have grown due to the networking chapter. And so I think it would be a very good benefit because you're able to see different business avenues and industries where you can work in.
Thank you. Thank you.
No problem. Have a great day.
You too.
Great job, Ginger.
Thank you.
Great feedback from everyone too. That was really good.
Yes.
Ms. Ginger.
I want you to smile a little bit more because I know you're approachable and you were just coming off gangbusters. And I appreciate the gangbusters because you've got to show that you know what you're talking about. But at the same time, you know, you want to show that approachability as well.
Yeah. Miss Cindy, that's a good point because, you know, the presentation was amazing, but it was a presentation. I really didn't see much of what, you know, Miss Cindy is talking about, you know, and in this field, it's all about passion. You got to be passionate about what it is you do, and you have to be able to portray that. Now, what I will tell you is you listen, you're in front of individuals who study this stuff, who understand it. And I mean, they have a lot of suggestions, but for you to present in front of these individuals, you know, it says a lot about you. So, I mean, you know, you're confident, you know, having that passion about it is what you really got to, you know, dive in on. Now, what I will say is that once you become, you know, or embed yourself in a community of individuals who are doing what you do, you'll realize real quick that you have, you know, a whole lot to offer, and you become very comfortable, not too comfortable though, but you become very comfortable in your own skin about what it is you're passionate about, and you deliver that thing like you couldn't believe. So yeah, my hat's off to you for being able to even present in front of this group. I mean, it's a tough group, you know, but I mean, the feedback you get,
yes,
yeah, it's amazing. And I promise you, if you take just a snippet of what you've been given today, it's going to put your business in a different place than it was yesterday. So, I mean, you know, just take it and run with it. Take it and run with it.
Oh, yes, I have my notes. I'm ready.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
And I think presenting to a camera has something to do with that too.
Yeah, I keep my camera off. I'm sorry. That's just me. I mean, I could stand in front of a class and I can do it all day long, but you know, it's something else about, you know, being that camera just spotted. I don't know, it's a different energy. It's a different energy, but you know, like Mr. French said, you know, it's going to be a game changer for you to show who you are and to really allow others to, you know, feed on your energy, you know, and you're passionate about what it is you're giving them. One last thing, if you don't mind, Miss Register. Miss Cindy touched on something that I really wanted to really point out. When you're giving a presentation in front of different groups, that's an opportunity for you to market. You don't want to give them the nuts and the meat of what it is you do, but you want to market, you know, in such a way that they're like, hey, listen, you know, I have this problem right here. She mentioned it. She may be able to help me with it. So it's more along the lines of you marketing yourself. You know, when you're standing in front of those individuals, you're touching on those key issues that they may have, but you're not giving them the answers. You're telling them that you have a solution, but you're not giving it to them. So I would really just, you know, take that and run with it as well. These opportunities to present in front of these small communities. Yeah, when you're there, market the heck out of yourself. This is what I do. You know, this is what I'm passionate about. This is your problem. Hey, I might have a solution. You gotta reach out to me to get it.
Right. Okay, thank you.